Hello everybody, this is Zelda Maniac 1994, and welcome back to the Bad Racing Game series. This episode will be Sonic Drift. Doesn't it just look beautiful? Now this game, Sonic Drift, came out for the Sega Game Gear, which is kind of think of it like a handheld Sega Genesis. The biggest difference between those two, the Genesis and the Game Gear, is that the Genesis can handle 16-bit. Whereas the Game Gear was 8-bit. But we're not here for trivia, we're here for a bad racing game, which this is definitely what we're looking for. We're gonna do a Chaos Grand Prix. Let's just do green. Here's the interesting thing. So, we have a grand total of 4 characters to choose from. We got Sonic, we got Tails, we got Amy, and Eggman. Oh, I didn't really notice this. So here's the interesting thing. Back when the Sega Genesis and Game Gear games were around, Eggman over here in the West was not known as Eggman. In fact, he was known as Dr. Robotnik. That was his name over here. So it is curious that he is called Eggman in this game, because it should have said Robotnik, or maybe it would have said Doctor because of character limitations. Eggman was his Japanese name, which we didn't get his name as Eggman until Sonic Adventure, kind of, because he was jokingly referred to as Eggman. But I think in Sonic Adventure 2 is when it became, solidified as his name is Eggman and not Dr. Robotnik. Anyway, enough about trivia. I just thought it was kind of interesting. But it's just, look at this huge character roster. Man, move over, Mario Kart. We've got a real big characters. Let's just play as Sonic. And they're all driving cars. Round 1, Green Hill. Now this is pretty simple. You got a map up top, and you can drive on the bottom. And this game's biggest pull is that you can drift. Which, I mean, Mario Kart did. Granted, it wasn't, anything special there either, but it's that's kind of funny that this game's biggest pull is that it can drift. Also interesting in this game is that of course you get special items here, but you also have a special attack, or a special thing, which if you hit up on the control stick, you can use it, but only if you have 2 rings or more. Which, I mean, 2 rings really isn't that much, to get. I have no idea what the special thing is. Look at it, the game is pretty simple. I don't know if there's even a multiplayer mode in this. I think it's single player only. So yeah. It's kind of weird because I don't really have all that much to say. We got Marble, which these courses in Sonic Drift, I believe are only taken from the first Sonic the Hedgehog game. Which, interesting thing about that is that there are technically, well, there's 3, but there are technically 2 Sonic the Hedgehog games that go under the name Sonic the Hedgehog. I guess 3 if you want to count. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna rectify that. So there are 3 games that go by the name Sonic the Hedgehog. You have one, the first one that was released on the Sega Genesis, the one that's 16-bit, the one that pretty much started it all. Then you have the Game Gear title, Sonic the Hedgehog, which is commonly referred to as Sonic the Hedgehog 8-bit, or whatever you want to call it. And I'm doing terribly. And then you have Sonic the Hedgehog 2006, which was released on the Xbox 360 and PS3. It is also commonly known as Sonic 06, or the game that never should have been, because it's a freaking failure. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about a racing game, and my goodness, I'm doing terribly now. I'm also in last place. I don't see myself winning this Grand Prix. I don't think I'm gonna complete. I'm gonna try and check out the other mode. I think it's just free mode, which I think it's just. Wow, I'm doing terrible. I think it's just where you just You're not even in a Grand Prix. It's pretty simple. It's just a basic race. Wow, Eggman won. Cool. Okay. Spring Yard. Woo. Well, you know what? I'm wrong. Okay, so the stages in Sonic Drift are taken from more than just Sonic 1. They would have to be, because Amy's in this game. And Amy first appeared in Sonic CD, which released after Sonic 2, but before Sonic 3. I mean, so that's at least 3 games worth of stuff to pull from. Wow, the drifting mechanic is kind of weird, though. Ah, turn around, spin around. I'm not good at this game. Or rather, this game isn't good. So, there's also that. Oh. It's weird, like I can't really get it to get my special move to activate. I'm not even sure what it is. But the game doesn't even look all that great. Like, it looks okay. I mean, you know. Did I get first? Nah, I got second though, I think. I think I'm in the lead. No, I'm not. I need to get first. Labyrinth Zone. So aside from Spring Yard, the first, second, and this course are all from Sonic 1. I think Spring Yard is from, like, Sonic 2, but I honestly don't remember. So, I mean, there's that. Oh, goodness. This game is so weird. And, like, it goes so fast, you can hardly tell where you're going. So, like, it's like, the game is limited because it's on the Game Gear. But they really shouldn't have had this game on it to begin with if it's just so limiting. Like, you can barely see what's going on. Like, you hardly have any time to really respond to any turns. Like, you'd have to play these levels over and over and over and over just to remember what some of the turns are. But because the actual stage itself is just, you know, background, but the only thing moving is the track, there's no, like, landmarks or anything to tell you, oh yeah, this is where I turn, or anything. It's just, I hope you can react. And I don't think the characters have any specific stats either. Like, so despite Sonic being the fastest, I think they all have the same speed. Did Eggman win? Yeah, he won. I think that, I hope that's it for the Grand Prix. Yeah, I got third. Cool! Five. Starlight Zone. I can't remember where Starlight Zone is from either. I won't even look him up. I was gonna say I'll probably look him up later, but honestly, I don't even gonna remember, nor do I care to look him up. Oh, goodness. Oh, gracious. Oh, good grief. Oh, Charlie Brown. Good grief. Oh. Wait, did Sonic just... What did he just do? Did he just look back at someone when he passes them? It's hard to tell. I want to pass Tails so I can find out. Come on. I want to pass Tails so I can find out. Maybe I can pass Amy. I haven't really been noticing what he's been doing. Okay, so long stretch. Okay, so I want to correct myself. You can kind of react to when things are coming up, but only if you watch the top of the screen, because it shows the map. Which, honestly, without that, it'd be nearly impossible to even play this game and drive any close to resemblance of driving well. I got third place again, I think. Is it over? Is this episode over yet? Yay! Did I lose? Scrap Brain! This is the final... Scrap Brain's the final level, or, you know, next to final level of Sonic 1. So, hopefully this is it. There are 6 rounds in this Sonic, in this in the Chaos Grand Prix. That's way too much. Oh, goodness. I'm such a good driver. Ugh. You know, it's kind of funny that Sonic is in a car. But what's really funny is that Amy, she kept the car she's in Sonic R. because Sonic R came out after Sonic Drift, and she just kept the same car design. I mean, honestly, I'm not really sure why she even has one to begin with. She's not too slow, but you know, this is like her earliest conception. So she didn't really have any like character-defining traits aside from I like Sonic. Which honestly, that's kind of what she was up until like friggin' Sonic Adventure. Well, that was her second. Okay, it took a while for her to get any kind of character development. Honestly, her character development probably showed up in Sonic Boom, of all places. And I mean, like, the TV show, I don't mean the terrible, awful games for the Wii U and 3DS. Which I actually own the Wii U game. I might or might not play it on this channel. It's a travesty. But it does not fit into a racing game, so it won't be on this series. Yay, I lost! But my head's still on the flagpole, so that's good. Try again. How about let's not? So before I end this episode, I'm gonna just check out the other modes real quick. Wait. When was this game made? There is a versus option. Which I'm curious to see how that looks. Hold on, wait, let's restart. I want to see what year this game came out in. Yeah, Sega. What year? What year, Sonic? 1994? Oh, man. See, I have the problem of I was born in the year some of the worst games that came out. Like, I think one of the CDI games came out in 1994. No, I'm gonna check that real quick. Because I'm curious now. Let's see. Give me a second. This is gonna take a bit. So yeah. So, as far as, let's see. Oh, this is terrible. So, not only was I born in the year of Sonic Drift, I was also born in the absolute worst Zelda game ever. Zelda's Adventure, which is the third Philips CDI game. Oh boy. Which I want to play the CDI games on this channel sometime. It's just going to take me a while to be able to even get to play that. I could go through like $700+ to get the Philips CDI and the games, which would honestly run me over $1,000, or I could just hack an Xbox. Being quite honest here, I could just emulate the games. But even so, I don't know how I'd be able to do that. Anyways, that's gonna cover it for this episode of the Bad Racing Game series. Thank you all so very much for watching. This is Zelda Maniac 1994, signing out.